I'm going to blow Windows 11 off this computer and show you how to install Arch Linux the easy way using the built-in guided installer. I downloaded and flashed Arch Linux to a USB drive and we're going to start a UEFI install. I need to connect to Wi-Fi using IWCTL. Here's a list of commands in the Arch Wiki install guide if you need to know how to connect to Wi-Fi with IWD. From here, all we need to type is Arch install and enter. And we'll then go through the guided installer. Arch Wiki warns that this is experimental software. 26 to connect to the mirror near me. Keyboard language United States. Select the drive to install it on. I'm installing it to the NVMe drive. Now it's marked with the double arrow. Enter again. 0 to wipe the drive and use default partitions. Select your main partition file system. I'm going to go with ext4. Enter a password for disk encryption, or you can leave it blank if you wish. I like to encrypt. I'm going to use Grub as a bootloader. I'm going to use swap. Enter a host name. Enter a root password. I'm going to create an additional user. Enter its password. Yes for super user. And enter to continue. I'm not going to create another user now. Now you get to pick how you want to install Arch. Minimal, server, Xorg, or desktop with a full desktop environment. I'm going to go with 0 desktop. I'm going to pick 7 for KDE. Select the best graphic driver for you. I'll use Pipewire for audio. You can pick your kernel. I'm just going to pick the standard kernel. You could pick hardened or LTS. And enter one more time. Now you have the option to add additional packages. I'm just going to add Firefox, one for Network Manager. I'm going to use US Eastern Time Zone. And yes to sync with the time servers. All right, let's go. Now it's going to do its thing. It's making partitions. It's setting up encryption, which is kind of a pain setting up Arch the traditional way. Installing a bunch of Linux packages, Linux firmware. It's generating fstab, setting up locales, installing grub, everything you would have been doing manually with Arch. And we're done. We don't need to chroot into the new system. Just hit no and reboot into the new system. Decrypt it. And here we are. We have a nice install of Arch Linux. Apply that dark theme, guys. And this is a pretty nice lightweight install of Arch Linux on a Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 2. Doesn't come with much. Terminal, file manager. You got Vim, crypto. Out. How the fuck do I exit Vim?